Dream jobs do not have a season. There is no better time of year to land your dream job. There is no better time of year to land a promotion. We get this question a lot. Should I wait until performance review time to get a promotion? The answer is no. Should I wait until this time or that time of year to go on the job market? The answer is no. Don't wait. There's no season for landing your dream job. Instead, I want to show you what to do instead so that you can build an identity of being a badass tech leader year round, and how to use that identity and the actions and the decisions and the results that come from that so that you can land your dream job whenever you want. External forces will not decide that, you do. So it's time to even more be in the driver's seat of your career. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone. We are on the other side of some massive chaos and some massive doom and gloom in lots of things worldwide, but also specifically in the tech career hiring. We are seeing lots and lots more people celebrate landing their dream jobs. And this is people outside of our clients, because, like I'm going to talk about today, our clients land their dream jobs whenever they want. Doesn't matter. Like, our clients have been landing their dream jobs for the last several months, all through COVID. Didn't affect them at all. But when we look at people who are outside of our bubble, outside of the People's Tech Circle of Love, that's a nice indicator of like what's going on externally. We do want to keep an eye on what's going on externally, just to be aware of it. We don't let it affect us, though. And so for a while, there was some doom and gloom, right? Layoffs, there's no way I'm landing a new job. This is what the mass consciousness was around tech hiring. But now we're seeing a turnaround. We're seeing lots more people land their jobs, lots more hiring happening, particularly in the middle and upper management spaces in tech leadership. And essentially, what I want to say to you today is that, well, that's good news. I want to underline that. That's good news, and that's great. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So some of you may be thinking, all right, well, now is finally the time that I can land that dream job, because things are looking up again. These external forces are lining up. Now's the time I'm going to land that job. If you go into it with that mindset, you are living a conditional life. You're creating your career conditionally. And we don't want that for you. We don't want your career, your dream job, what you earn, who you work for, what your team is, the nature of the work that you do. We do not want that to be contingent on external forces. That's conditional living. We don't want you to live conditionally. We want you to live intentionally. Living intentionally means this is who I am, this is what I do, these are the decisions I make, and anytime I want, regardless if there's a pandemic or massive layoffs or whatever other crazy chaos is going on in the external world, when I want my dream job, I'm going to land it. And so that's what we help our clients to do, is that create that intentionality. And so what I want to offer you is a different way of looking at this career game, building your dream career. It's not seasonal. Your dream job does not have a season. It's year round. What we want for you is to be a badass career athlete year round. We want you to be a professional, badass career athlete, because professional athletes, there's really no off season. What are they doing in the quote unquote off season? They're still training. And that's what we want for you, to build an identity of being a badass technical leader. Because when you build an identity of being a badass technical leader, and that's what you're doing, it's who you are on a day-to-day basis. And as long as you have the right strategies and systems and support, which is why our clients hire us, so that they don't have to be banging their heads against the wall and figuring that out for themselves, is if you have that identity as a badass technical leader and you're a year-round career athlete, and you have the right strategies and systems and support, you're gonna land your dream jobs. And you get to decide. You're in the driver's seat. Do I turn left or do I turn right or do I keep going? You get to decide, not external forces. So when the doom and gloom comes, you're more than prepared for it. So another way of looking at this is it's about training. You're always training. Professional athletes are always training. So that when they go out for that big championship match, it's just like they're training. It's just like they're training. Might they have a few more butterflies in their stomach? Might there be a little bit more adrenaline because, it's high stakes and lots of people are watching? Yeah, of course it's a slightly different environment, but they get in the zone and they do their thing. And often better because of the energy of the crowd, because that it's high stakes, because they're so awesome at what they do, having so many people watch them do it, they're actually better. This is actually proven. There are some studies that have shown that when we're not fully competent at some particular skill and other people are watching us, what happens? We're more likely to screw up, right? Because we have not built that competency. We have not built that expertise. But experts, when you develop an expertise, when you develop a mastery at a particular skill and other people are watching, you're going to do better. You're going to do even better because it juices you even more. It's a completely different experience. So let's apply that to your career and being a badass technical leader. If you master the game, the skill of being a badass technical leader, then when it comes time to say ask for a promotion or go on the job market, it's like, okay, it's game time. I've been doing this all along. I've been evangelizing my excellence. I've been inspiring other people. I've been creating relationships. I've been networking. I've been having difficult conversations all along and I've mastered it. This is just another way to demonstrate that mastery. Is it more high stakes? Yeah, but I'm so awesome at it, I'm going to do even better. So that's what we show our clients to do, and that's a huge piece of what our strategies and systems support are grounded in. Is it's not like, so being on the job market or asking for a promotion is not any different than what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. It also makes you a little bit less nervous about it because it's not so different. Might you still be a little bit nervous? Yeah, because you're human and it's high stakes and you want this job. But there's going to be, fear is the jagged edge of excitement, right? So you can smooth out those jagged edges by obtaining mastery in this and really just lean into the excitement of this is so cool. It's game time. Let's go. I'm going to ask for this promotion. I'm going to have this series of conversations with my boss's boss. And yes, I'm going to negotiate. I'm going to do it fearlessly, or I'm on the job market. I'm going to go and I'm going to play the game. And some people are going to get back to me and some people aren't. And I'm going to go on the interviews and I might have to exercise my patience as well. And this is going to be so amazing. And yes, I'm going to negotiate. I've said it twice. It's worth saying 10 times. Yes, I'm going to negotiate and I am going to land my dream job because this is what I do on a day-to-day basis. This is who I am. As another way of describing this, for you to kind of latch onto this and catch what I'm pitching, a lot of people say to me, Jen, you do this podcast. It must be so much work. Oh gosh, but thank you so much for doing this podcast and offering this information and this inspiration and these strategies free of cost. Thank you for doing it. I know it must be so much work for you though. And I say, well, thank you. I'm so glad that you're getting value out of this. And I'm saying that to you right now. I'm so glad that you're getting value out of this. And it truly is a pleasure for me to do. And honestly, it doesn't feel like work. It does not feel like work. It does not feel hard at all. Why? Because this is who I am and this is what I do on a day-to-day basis. I am talking with clients, talking with Rob, my husband, my co-CEO, talking with whoever will listen to me about careers and creating our dreams and all of the intricate details and all of the layers and all of the fun nuance that is associated with living our dreams and having a dream career. It's simply who I am. So today it was like, oh yeah, I'm going to record a podcast. I feel like recording a podcast. Okay, cool. Yeah, because we want to release one this week. I'm going to do it today. Awesome. What do I talk about? So Rob and I talked for all of 5 minutes. It was like, okay, cool. Got it. I wrote a few notes down. That's it. Game time. That's it. And I'm just being me. This is me just being me, leaning into my expertise, leaning into my ability to peel the layers back and give examples and inspire you. And that's all I'm doing here. This is fun for me. This is fun for me. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to do something that's fun. And what I'm saying here, the way that I'm encouraging you to apply this in your life, whether it's in your career, at work, with your relationships, with your side gig, with any of your hobbies, is like, be that thing all the time. Like, be that, don't be a seasonal athlete, right? Don't be like one of those athletes who's like, yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna, for these 3 months, do this thing, and then the rest of the year do nothing. No, I want you to be a year-round badass career athlete. Be a badass technical leader, an inspiring technical leader, a servant leader, a compassionate leader. Be that every day. Because I know for most of you, the reason that you're listening to this is because that's who you are, and you want to step by step by step by step, layer by layer by layer by layer, become the best version of you. And becoming the best version of you is partially about being the best leader that I can be, getting the best results that I can get for my team, being the best human that I can be for my team members, for my friends, for my family. That's the journey that we're all on together. Embrace it. Being on the job market, asking for a promotion, creating your dream job, creating your dream career is simply a part of it. So while some people may think like, oh gosh, year round, you mean I got to be committed to this year round? I have to be a year round athlete where every single day I need to be focused on being a badass leader and focused on my career? That sounds like a lot of work. Like similar to the way people say, oh man, doing a podcast sounds like a lot of work. It could be. You can certainly tell that story and create that reality that it's so hard and I have to do this and I must be committed and I must be disciplined and every single day I need to do this. You can certainly approach it that way, where it's like hustle and grind. I've said it before, I say it again. I'll sleep when I'm dead mindset is not for us. So if the mindset of I'll sleep when I'm dead and I'll hustle and I'll grind and I gotta go and be disciplined and I have a duty and blah 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 blah, like, that super, for lack of a better term, masculine, and we can all be masculine, by the way, if that's for you, then we're not for you. We're about the opposite of hustle. We're about flow. We're about the opposite of stress and strain. We're about engagement and fun and excitement and joy and delight. Are we about hard work? Well, define hard work. If it's where I'm struggling and I'm suffering, no. That's your choice. So can you go the hustle and grind and suffering route to do your dream career? Sure, you can do that, but I wouldn't recommend it. But if by hard work, if what you mean is the hard work, the fulfilling work, the soul expanding, heart opening, mind blowing work of becoming the best version of you, of letting go of the stories that don't serve you, of being devoted, of wanting to live a life where every single day you are becoming, almost remembering who you really are. And all of in experiencing with as little resistance as possible, the joy and the expansion and sometimes the contraction that comes with evolving into the best version of you. That's what I'm talking about here. When I say be a year-round badass career athlete, that's what I mean. I'm using different words here because different words resonate with people different ways. You know, we had a client, so we hosted an event for our clients, an online event for our clients a couple of weeks ago, and we branded it as Unleash Your Badass. And need I say more? Come. Especially, I mean, for clients who have worked with us, it was like, okay, cool. Like, I want that next level. We had one particular client who's worked with us for years, and she came because she knew she was going to get value out of it. But she gave us honest feedback, and it was very, very useful for us, mostly for her, though, where she said, I knew that when I came, I was going to get a lot of value out of it, and I did. But there's something about the word badass, unleashing your badass. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. It doesn't sit well with me. And I don't remember what it was that I said that turned it around for her. It was, I was in the moment and I was doing my thing. I was in flow, but it was something around where I said, and here's what we mean by being badass. What we mean is that you're living life with joy and freedom and delight. That's how you know you're unleashing your inner badass. And she said, wow, I never knew that being a badass was delightful. I never equated the two. Thank you for helping me equate those. So that's why we use different language here, right? When I say unleash your badass, when I say be a year-round badass career athlete, when I say be a badass technical leader, I don't mean the one where you're hustling and grinding and struggling and suffering. I mean the one where you're expanding in a joyful way, in a fulfilling way, in a satisfying way. And might that mean some discomfort? Yeah, actually that's required. Just like when you're lifting weights at the gym and you wanna build muscle, there's some discomfort that's required. But it doesn't mean that it needs to be painful. So anyway, your dream job doesn't have a season. In other words, do not treat your career like a seasonal game, like a seasonal gig. Because if you treat your career like a seasonal gig, then you are living your life and building your career conditionally. And when you're doing that, when you allow your career to be dependent on external forces, then what you're doing is you're rolling the dice with your career. You're playing craps with your career. It's like taking your whole career, all of the money, all of the other resources that your career is worth, the entire worth, financially, emotionally, fulfillment-wise, putting all of the worth of your career onto the craps table, crossing your fingers and rolling the dice. And I know that that's not how you want to treat your career, because your career, if you allow it to be, can be your greatest asset, your greatest piece of leverage. Give me a lever and a fulcrum to place it upon, and I shall move the world. Right? So you can move the world with your career, with that leverage. Do you really want to build your career unintentionally? Do you really want to build your career based on external forces? There's always going to be chaos going on. In the tech job market, in tech, there's always going to be chaos. I don't say this to scare you. I say this to tell the truth. There's going to be more doom and gloom. Like, things are looking up now, and that's great, and we enjoy it, and we're grateful for it, with a sense of humility, because there's going to be more doom and gloom in the future. And so the question is, are you going to arm yourself? Are you going to build that intentional identity and set of skills? And are you going to have those set of systems and strategy? And are you going to have the support structure around you so that when, not if, the doom and gloom happens again, it just sort of, brushes off of you. Like, oh, cool, yeah, I feel that a little bit. It's a little sting. Yeah, but it's a little sting. But I got this. No matter what, I got this. That's what we want for you. Don't treat your career like a seasonal gig. Treat it like a year-round professional job, because that's what it is. You're an athlete. You're a career athlete. You're a tech leadership athlete. Treat your mind, your body, and your soul like that. Show up every single day from a place of devotion and joy and delight and wonder and awe. Being that amazing leader who is devoted to creating your dream. That's what we want for you. And for some of you, you want some help with this. And you're ready to find out if it might be a fit for us to work together. And like we've said before, just as a reminder, the best way to find out if it's a fit to work with us is to book a call with us. thepeoplestack.com/book. thepeoplestack.com/BOOK. We cannot know. You cannot know. We cannot come to a mutual 100% hell yes decision about whether or not we want to work together unless we talk, unless we have a conversation. So if you're ready for that conversation, and you're ready to unleash your badass, and if you're ready to unleash the power of intentionality in your career so that you're not playing craps with your career anymore and rolling the dice in your career, then it's time to book a call with us at thepeoplestack.com/book. Stop being so unintentional with your career. Focus on what's not working so that you can fix it, and so that you can decide with powerful intention and with powerful discernment, here's what I need to do in order to create my dream, and in order to build a legacy, in order to build generational wealth, in order to build financial, physical, emotional safety and security for my family. That takes intention. It does not happen by accident. Stop playing the conditional game. Start playing the intentional game with your career and with everything else in your life. Big hugs to you all. Cheers and aloha. Bye for now.